Campfire. The wife and I, along with my youngest son, went on a brief camping trip in the shallows of Howard County. My oldest son wanted to stay home and play video games. Decidedly, we thought he was better off, and so we dropped him off at his uncle's house. "Have a good time," Dennis yells. "Thank you," I said, "we will." Driving, the trip was no longer than an hour and a half, barely time for Ryan to nap. Ryan woke up as we pulled up to the campgrounds, where we were met by a groundskeeper, then taken to a small group of people. "Hello," this young lady said with a spunky smile and upbeat attitude. Her badge said Linda, but she said her name was Kelly. "Strike one," I thought to myself, laughing out loud. "Welcome to Rambling Pines Campgrounds," she said. "The rules here are simple, so please, if you need to use any of our equipment and facilities, we ask you to sign off on it. Stay away from trails that have chain guards on them. They have ruled out these trails are considered very dangerous and or be fatal." With a perky smile and upbeat attitude, she said, "All the other trails are open." Each campsite section has a fire pit, and we ask all visitors to make sure that all fires are completely out accordingly. Enjoy your stay here at Rambling Pines. Ryan looks up at me and says, "Dad, where's the present you have for me?" "Oh, thanks for reminding me, son. So here is your first pocket knife." Ryan looks it over with complete amazement. It was just an 8-inch pocket knife, but it was sharp. It made Mom worry about him cutting himself. Ugh. So I assured her not to worry and that he'll be just fine. Camp setup. Yawning. Wow, well, we still have some daylight. "Ryan, do you want to get some fishing in?" Ryan yells, "Yes!" with excitement, jumping up and down. We walked together onto the master trail, and Mom stayed behind to make dinner. We didn't know what she was making, but it was already smelling good. "We'll be back in about an hour," I yelled as we walked on. "Okay, you guys have fun and be careful," yelled Mom. After getting to the river, then a disappointing 45 minutes of not one bite, Ryan and I went exploring around a few trails. Ryan looked down. "Dad, look!" he yelled. "Wow, it's an actual spear, a real old one. Looks to be made of ivory, very light, maybe 2 or 3 pounds. Wow, son, you found something." "Cool, it looks like something from the 1800s, neat." "Is it mine now?" said Ryan. "Sure is, son. Keep it safe. Never know." As it got dark, we headed back to our campsite. It wasn't hard to find. We just followed our noses back. Man, that food smelled good. We were so hungry. Even Ryan was ready to eat. "About time you two got back. Did you catch anything?" With the look of her not wanting to cook and clean disgusting fish. I told her that Ryan found this spear in the woods made of ivory, and it's light as a feather. "Interesting. Wonder if it's worth any money." "Ha ha ha, Mom," Ryan said. Next was the start of our campfire. "Love to do me up some marshmallows and hot dogs on a stick, haha," I yelled out loud. "Got it, mallow dogs." Mom shakes her head in disapproval of the dad joke as Ryan laughs. Dad looks at the fire. "Want me to tell a story?" asking Mom and Ryan. Mom agreed. "Oh yeah, why not?" The story. Like any story, this one starts on a dark and scary night. Always get that setting, and I didn't realize I was not too far from the truth. We all heard something in the background, and it felt as if something was stalking us, watching us from a distance. We heard hard breathing that was barely audible, and a putrid smell lightly formed in the air, and almost smelled like a dead animal from a distance. In the middle of the story, I stopped. "You hear that?" Mom looked at me smiling, almost laughed. "I'm not kidding. Something is out there." "Stop it. Ryan is getting scared." "No, I'm not, Mom." "Well, I am," yells Mom. Soon thereafter, a creature jumped out. Frightened by this, we stood very still, watching it as it grew closer. It looked like it had blackened seal skin. The fire glistened across its long, thin body, showing it had the shape of an enormous wolf's head. Stranger than that, it had 6 legs. Its eyes were black and red with a fire glow to them. This creature was no joke. Its mouth opened wide as a demonic squelch came from it, enough to send chills through our body. At first I thought maybe I could frighten it away, so I grabbed a stick and caught it on fire, waved it in front of it, but this didn't work. In fact, I made it angry even more, and then it turned its body towards Mom. With a slow hunt like a crawl, it creeped right up to her. She was frozen like a deer in headlights. I tried everything to gain the creature's attention. Stones, fire, anything, but nothing worked. Damn, I didn't have my gun on me. It was in the car, what the hell? Suddenly, without warning, the creature grabbed Mom by the arm with its mouth, dragging her into the woods. We could hear her screaming. I told Ryan to stay right here. He said, "No, that's my mom and I'm going too," grabbing his knife and spear. "I have my weapons." We had to run to the car to get my shotgun. I quickly loaded it. Then we walked into the thick chained-off part of the woods, where we weren't supposed to go, following the dark and dank trail. Then this awful smell got stronger, like decay, with a heavy copper smell, and then suddenly stepping through a brush and right into what looked like a puddle of blood. The trail's end. Oh my God, thinking to myself. I told Ryan to stay right where he was, not to come any closer to me. I told him, "If anything happens to me, run back to the car and lock yourself in it. People will come tomorrow to find him and then tell them where his mother and I were. Got it?" "Yes, Dad." Teary-eyed and scared, Ryan stayed. Then the moonlight lit up the carnage. Dead and partly decomposed body parts and bones were everywhere. This creature must have been feeding on people camping here for years. In the distance, I could see it still dragging my wife, so I lifted my shotgun and crept over slowly and quietly towards it, taking aim at its lower body and being careful not to hit my wife. Lined up my aim and boom crack. The shotgun went off, hitting its back end on its hind leg. A loud screech came from the beast. It dropped my wife. It looked like she was lifeless. My fear went away and was replaced with anger. Oh man, did I ever want this thing dead? Nothing was going to stop me. This thing is going to die tonight. As I was aiming at it again, it started running towards me, growling and brandishing its razor-sharp teeth. Then it jumped. I got another shot off. I missed, and it threw me about 20 yards back. This thing knocked the wind out of me, but now I was closer to my wife. I can see she was still breathing. She was still alive, but we would not be if I didn't get up. It came charging at me again. I looked for my shotgun. It was at least 5 yards from me. In a quick thought, I grabbed what looked like a walking staff stick to swing at the beast with. "Yelp!" it cried, but it didn't affect this thing at all. It did nothing to it, just irritated this creature. I was out of breath, out of strength, and seemed to be out of time. Looking around, trying to find what I could use as a weapon again, it jumped at me, with another attack tossing me like a rag doll. It seemed to snicker at me. If I kept its attention on myself, it won't go after my wife. Bloody and beaten, and within a moment of my last breath, the creature attacks keep coming over and over again, not stopping till I was dead. The creature's demise. All I could do was yell at it. I screamed, "Do it! Finish me, you bastard!" grunting as I was trying to catch my breath. Then I realized it was playing with me like a cat that plays with its food. I wasn't over 3 yards from my shotgun, thinking about how it's been playing with me. If I go one way, it will want me to go the other. The staff was to my right, and the shotgun to my left. So I acted as if I was going for the staff, and then it got irritated with me again. It was growling at me with its red, glowing eyes, flaming up even more than before, as it was fixing for my death. Then I saw my wife was starting to come to. She looked up and saw what was going on. That's when she found out that it had injured her more than she thought. I could tell that she had a broken arm and maybe a few broken ribs, but no bleeding. Thank God, I thought to myself. I kept the creature's attention on me. Its eyes were fixated on me. Now it was going to be me or it. I faked it off and went for the gun. This monster seems to know what I was trying to do. It knocked me back even further than where I was, even before. I was feeling faint from blood loss, and at any moment I was going to pass out. I tried to get back on my feet, but this thing was coming at me. This time it was not playing. It wanted to kill, its mouth gaping wide with its top and lower fangs ready to bite my upper body in half. All I could do was pray. Suddenly from behind, an ivory spear was thrown, slanted to an angle, just right for the creature to impale itself right through the mouth to the head. I looked up. My son, my little boy. My son came to the rescue. He gripped the knife that I just gave him, and he used it on the monster, the best a little man could do, cutting it from neck to stern. I helped him by ripping out its heart, throwing it aside. My eyes were not deceiving me. It was true that my son destroyed this creature. He came back, even after I told him to run. Daddy? Where is Mommy at? Over here, Ryan. He runs over to hug her. Finding anything dry to burn this creature to ash, we followed the campground rules and made sure the flames were extinguished. After destroying the last bit of the hell creature, I kneeled to my son and looked him straight in the eyes. He smiled. Good job, Ryan. You saved us. Good job, as I was hugging him. Then Ryan looks at me and says, Daddy, next time, can we just go to Wildwood? There's no monsters there. Mother and I both looked at him and laughed.